Hey y'all, I just wanted to talk about abuse. I'm having a lot of fun watching Rick Warren's sermons. His church was like a half hour from where I used to live. I went to his church 2 times. One time for a Celebrate Recovery meeting and another time for like a young adults group. But anyways, he's pretty cool. He had a lot of really good sermons. I guess I just wanted to say if you're ever feeling abused, shake it off. Like the song by Taylor Swift, just shake it off, you know? Try to ignore it. And I like how Rick Warren brought up the verse, do not repay evil with evil, but repay evil with good. Don't become bad around bad people. Don't let bad people make you bad. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pull you down to their level. They're trying to get you to be like them. They're trying to start a fight. You know, sometimes people like to start drama because they're bored or they just want attention. But don't take the bait. You know, don't take the bait. They want attention. Like I always said in my jobs with kids, for 26 years I worked with kids, and I figured out, you know, if kids can't get positive attention, they'll seek out negative attention. And that's true in every area of life, you know, and work and just everything. People want some kind of attention. So anyways, watch out for that. I don't know what the solution is. Then should you give them negative attention? It's better to just walk away. It is your glory to overlook an offense. It's better to just ignore such situations. But the sad thing is that when you ignore those people, then they never get attention and they just get even worse. I don't know what the solution is. They need to like find some other way of getting attention. Some other way, something other than picking on people, you know? I know there's a lot of trolls online, people who like to pick on people, and it makes me sad when people pick on Russell Brand just because he's trying to be Christian. But I don't know. I guess you could say I've dealt with that my whole life. A little bit. Not a whole lot. I haven't been persecuted a whole lot for being Christian. Probably mainly because I was mostly just around Christians. And like my college was a Christian college, and we called it the Biola Bubble. The Biola Bubble, because we were just Christians around other Christians, you know. And most of my life, I've been fortunate enough to be in situations like that, where I was mostly just around other Christians. So I haven't gotten persecuted too much for my faith, although my ex was Jewish, and one time he was like, Jesus is stupid, and I was like, what? I wanted to say, no, you're stupid, but I didn't say that. But I actually really haven't been persecuted that much for my faith. But God bless America. You know, America is predominantly Christian. There isn't very much religious persecution here, or at least there hasn't been, thank God. I remember I was worried about it in high school, though, so instead of, like, carrying a Bible around, well, I had, like, one of those little tiny Gideon Bibles, that pocket Bible in my backpack, but I also carried around flashcards with Bible verses on them, so I could work on memorizing Bible verses, but also because I didn't want to bust out a Bible and for people to pick on me. But I remember we had prayer, you know, sometimes in my school, like the See You at the Pole thing, or National Day of Prayer. You know what's really cool is that my mom, every Saturday morning when I was in high school, she would go to the school and pray with one of my friends' moms. I think she did it all 4 years that I was in school. But they would go pray, and I highly recommend this to you if you have kids. Literally, you should do this. Every Saturday morning, just go sit somewhere in the school if it's open. I mean, you could just sit on the steps at the front of the school if it's locked up. But they would just sit on a bench and just pray over the school and pray that, you know, the kids would become Christian, that the teachers would be Christian, that the principal would be. And a lot of my teachers were Christian, and the principal was Christian. It wasn't a Christian school, it was public, but that was really cool. And it's really cool that my mom was willing to do that. So I really encourage any of you who have kids, try that. maybe you can get a group together, of like your kids' moms. And yeah, and that's a really good idea. Something about like being there. Maybe they like expelled demons in the atmosphere. I don't know. I remember when I was working at Papa John's. Oh, I did get, actually, yeah, I forgot about that. I was working at Papa John's. I was trying to play, sometimes I would play worship music in the store, but there was this girl, she was literally a Wiccan, so she was basically a Satanist, and she complained one time about me playing worship music, and she's like, you shouldn't play that music in the store. She's like, well, what did I say? I said, have customers complained about it? And she's like, no, but they will. And I was like, well, have they? And my attitude was just like, you know what? I was basically the assistant manager. She was trying, I think she was trying to take my position. But anyways, my attitude was just like, no, you're under me. Like, you can't tell me what to do. But, you should try and shine a light for Jesus in your workplace, It's good to do it. You probably will get persecuted, but you should do it anyways. And you should just be like tough about it, and be like, no, I don't care if you guys don't like it. I'm trying to get you all saved. And if you make it to heaven, you're going to say thank you to me. Maybe you're like resistant and stubborn right now, but someday, if I see you in heaven, you're going to run up to me crying and say thank you so much that you had the guts to play worship music at work, even though we all picked on you. She was the only one that picked on me because she was a Satanist, but but I did it anyways. But yeah, stuff like that happens, but yeah, you just gotta shake it off, just shake it off. Who cares? Who cares if people get all offended and their ruffles their feathers, whatever. But you just got to remember that verse too. Our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against Satan. So it's not so much the people that you're conflicting with, it's their demons inside of them that you're conflicting with, It's their demons inside of them that hates the Holy Spirit inside of you. So you're not fighting with the person, you're fighting with their demons. The Holy Spirit inside of you is fighting with the demons inside of them. So just remember that, that you're not necessarily in a fight with that person. It's their demons. And if you can get their demons out, then that's great. Then you can be friends and they won't persecute you anymore and there will be a lot less conflict. But it's not that easy. I remember Joyce Meyer, she said she had a deliverance ministry and she would cast demons out of people, but she said she could see it, that before they even went back to sit in their chair, the demon jumped right back in them. Which I think, I heard about that a long time ago. That always kind of discouraged me, like, man, then what's the point? Then what's the point of trying to get demons out of people, if they just jump back in? But you gotta, like, get tired of it, You gotta get tired of your demons. You gotta get tired of conflicting with people. You gotta get tired of depression and anxiety and sickness. Demons can cause sickness. You have to get tired of that sickness. You have to want to be well. Like Jesus said to that man by the well, he said, do you want to get well? A lot of people don't want to get well. They like the sympathy from being physically ill, and a lot of illnesses are caused by demons. They like the sympathy from whatever mental instability they have. People feel sorry for people who are depressed or whatever, have OCD or whatever. But those things, a lot of those things are caused by demons, But you got to get tired of it. You got to get tired of being broken, and you got to want God to put you back together. Like Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. And he's in pieces, and then God comes along and puts the pieces back together, and you got to want God to do that. You got to not want to be broken anymore. You have to want to be whole and healthy and capable. But see, I think a lot of people are scared of that. For one, because it seems unfamiliar, because they're used to being broken. And two, they're like, well, then people are going to expect more from me. I won't get the sympathy. I won't get catered to. I won't get babied. And then people are going to be like, well, you're on your own. Like, you don't need my help. So that's why a lot of people want to stay broken and weak, because they like the sympathy. But no. Eventually you gotta get tired of the sympathy, you know? You just gotta get tired of it. You gotta be like, no, I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I'd rather be strong than people feel sorry for me. You gotta get to that point at some point, So anyways, I pray that you all do. I pray that you will desire to be strong more than have people feel sorry for you or give you attention because you're weak or whatever, Just get strong. It's better to be strong, It's better to be strong than have people feel sorry for you. So, anyways, what else can I say about that? Yeah, like my mom, she had scoliosis growing up. Like her back's like really, really crooked. And I think she got a lot of sympathy for that. But I tried taking her to a healing service at this one church, but it didn't work. But I think that it has to be the person praying that has faith, but also the person receiving the healing. I'm pretty sure both people have to have like a ridiculous amount of faith for a healing to work. So, yeah. So if you want to be healed from anything, have someone pray for you who has a ton of faith, but then you need to have a ton of faith too that it's going to work. And like you have to have faith, first of all, that God's capable. Also, maybe that you deserve it. Because I think that's what blocks a lot of our healings, like mental healing, physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever. That blocks a lot of our healings because we're like, well, maybe I don't deserve to be whole and healthy and strong, So that blocks us from getting better. So you have to believe that you deserve a good life and that you deserve to be happy. Like that is a basic requirement for God healing you in any way. You have to feel like you really deserve it. So I'm just going to tell you, you deserve it. Okay? Why? Just because you're a human being. Just because you're a created human being that God created. You deserve it. You deserve to be healthy. So just remember that. And pray for God to heal you in whatever way you need to be healed. And believe that He will. And believe that you deserve it. God bless you all. God bless. Bye.